Hello everyone. I'm going to assume that you are all familiar with D&D, but if you're not, go watch a video that someone else made about it. For those who are familiar with D&D, come with me. This video is about a new type of ability check, but it's not a normal ability check. This ability check is known as Enlightenment. Ever heard of Bloodborne? That game has a feature called Insight, which allows your character to see things that are so disgusting the normal human brain can't process them, making them invisible. In Bloodborne, you can have any amount of insight from 0 to 99. In my D&D version, it's from 0 to 100. So how does enlightenment work? Well, it's like an ability check, but instead of rolling a d20, you roll a d100. Of course, the required DC is much higher. It's sort of like a perception check, but it's used to see things that are so horrifying they are normally invisible. Let's say there was a horrifying monster right in front of you. This check would be required in order to interact with it. If you fail the check, you can't see the monster. Let's give an example. Let's say that the DC is 100 and you have an Enlightenment modifier of 50. Now let's say you roll a 50 or higher. You can see that monster. Anything below a roll of 50 will make it invisible. Now, how does this modifier work? Well, it's just like any other modifier, but you add your Enlightenment score instead, which can be anywhere between 0 and 100. The maximum Enlightenment you can have is 100, but the highest possible DC is 150, meaning that even the most enlightened of adventurers can still fail these checks. Now, I hear you saying, what if you have a score so high you will pass your ability check no matter what? Or a score so low, you will fail your ability check no matter what. Well, that's intentional. Some checks you will automatically pass, and others you will automatically fail. That's just how the system works. However, if your score is too low or too high, you still have to roll, as the natural 1 still fails and a natural 100 always passes. There are many ways to increase your enlightenment modifier, such as doing research or passing enlighten checks, or any other ways your DM thinks of that can enlighten you. But there's no way to decrease it. The only way your enlightenment could ever go down is if you die or create a new character. However, the horrors you witness could potentially drive you to insanity. This system has a few other quirks, such as going insane. Going insane is another part of this system that is completely optional for the DM. Not every DM will like this idea, so I'm saying it now. You don't have to use the going insane system. Going insane is a downside to succeeding a check. No other check in D&D has downsides to succeeding it, but this one does. If your DM chooses to use it, that is. When you succeed an enlightenment check, your wisdom score decreases by 1, and that wisdom comes back every time you take a long rest. This means that if you see enough horrors, you will go insane. I think that this system would be great in a cosmic horror campaign or a Bloodborne themed campaign. I just thought that this new system would be a nice touch, so I decided to make a video about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.